Heard of married people that are in debt after debt, and they keep getting into more debt, and it keeps on depressing them. So I want to show you two different strategies today that can help in your debt repayment, that you can finally get to. Hello everyone, welcome again to another YouTube day. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about a topic that transcends continents. I mean, it's not peculiar to a particular continent alone. This topic cuts across whatever you are, whatever region that you are in on planet Earth. And this topic is one that a lot of people face as they try to wade their way through life. And that topic is debt. It's because Nigerian we say debt, but we just say now debt payoff strategies is what we'll be talking about today. So at some point in our lives, even myself inclusive, we've been in different debts. We've had to borrow money to offset a particular bill. We've had to borrow money to do something in our lives, and then we got stuck trying to pay back that money. Some of us even inherited debt from parents, like your parents borrowed money and then it became your responsibility to pay back that money that your parents borrowed. So at some point in our lives, we've been faced with paying back debts directly or indirectly, and some people have been stuck paying that debt for years. In fact, some people have been so stuck that there's no amount that they earn. They keep getting into more debt the more they earn, because the more they try to offset the debt, they don't have money to take care of their normal bills, their normal finances, because they've paid back a particular loan, and then they get into another debt again, trying to get money to offset their normal bills. So debt after debt, you borrow to pay back, you get into another debt, and the cycle keeps going on and on and on. This is the story of a good number of people. And that is why this topic is very important for us to talk about and address extensively, so that you can find a getaway from debt. Stick with me. I'll be talking about two main strategies that can help you climb out of that debt hole, and you can really breathe. I mean, actually breathe, because debt is like a burden on shoulders. I've heard of married people that are in debt after debt, and they keep getting into more debt, and it keeps on depressing them. So I want to show you two different strategies today that can help in your debt repayment, that you can finally get to. Before I go into the strategies, I want to quickly make a little explanation that will help your understanding. Now, last week I talked about a particular book that really shaped my financial knowledge. I mean, that served as the basis of a lot of things I know about finances today. And in that same book, the author said that you do not repay debt all at once. Yes. If you pay your debt all at once, it will keep you stuck. There's just no way you want to go about it, because most of the time when people lend money or borrow money, or however you understand the English, and they repay it all at once, they will not have money to survive their day-to-day life, and then they have to borrow again, and the cycle continues, right? So have this at the back of your mind that on no account should you pay debt all at once if you want to get out of debt. I know that you might think that the more you pay, the faster you get out of it, but most of the time, if not all of the time, if you keep repaying your debt with all the money that comes into your hand, you don't have money to live life, you borrow again to live life, and it keeps on going like that. So note that you do not pay your debt all at once. Now, what are these strategies? Two strategies that can help you with your debt repayment. The first one is called Snowball, and the second one is Avalanche. I will explain with very typical examples. But note, Snowball and Avalanche. How you can pay back debts using the Avalanche technique, or understanding it with the Avalanche method I'm explaining now, is that you pay off your high interest debt first. If interest does not apply to your debt, you could just understand that you pay off the debt that is the biggest. Say that you are owing different people, or you are owing different loan apps, or you are owing different banks. Avalanche explains that you pay off the highest first before you focus on the lesser ones. Don't worry, I will explain typical examples, but let us think first. You pay off the highest first, or the high interest rate debt first before you focus on the smaller ones. So here's how Avalanche works. Number one, you list out all your debts, and then you list them out from the high interest ones, or from the biggest ones to the littlest ones. Then two, you make a deposit into all your smaller debts. Remember I said you don't pay all at once. So it means that when you have an income, you should already have a percentage of your income that goes into your debt repayment. This might require that you have a conversation with your debtor, or your debtor. Whatever you are owing, you have a conversation to explain that I'm borrowing this money from you. Or if you borrowed it already, you might need to man up or woman up, or be bold and go and meet who you are owing and tell the person, I really want to pay you back this money, but can we work on a way to pay back? So the person doesn't want to get it in bits. Have an account where you put it in bits, right? So if you're using the Avalanche, it means that you pay the smaller ones, you deposit the smaller ones first, and then the bigger ones, you use your extra income to pay the bigger debt. So it means that you have a main income, and definitely you should have an extra income. If you have a main job, and you know that this is your main job that has this main pay or this main salary, have something else on the side that brings you extra money, because that is the only feasible way that can get you out of debt in time. Except maybe you win a little, which is like 1 out of 10 people, if not 1 out of 50 people. So have an extra income. Your main income has a percentage that is put into your smaller debt repayment first, and then your extra income is just focused on your bigger debt. That's using the Avalanche method, right? So your smaller income, your extra income is focused on your bigger debt. And like that, and like that, and like that, you repeat that process. Each time you earn, and over time, you can pay back your debt. Go and watch the video from last week, I think, about if you earn inconsistently and you want to allocate your income, you want to get your finances straight, you want to be able to save money. When you're able to watch that video, let that serve as your background knowledge. Come and build on this with the debt repayment method if you have debt, and you would know how to allocate your monies and which one you can allocate into debt, and how you can use the Avalanche method to repay back your debt. I'm sure you are learning so much, and very soon we'll get right back into the video. Before we get back into it, I want to talk about a brand that I'm sure that if you watched me over the space of a month since I launched the YouTube channel, you'll be wondering, my skin glows so much. Who is the person behind this lady's skin glow? TBC is the brand name, the beauty cognizant, and you will see the link to our page or our handle right in the description. Text her or tell her that you are from a Sosa, and who knows, you just might get a discount on your purchase. Now let's get right back into the video. Second method is the snowball method. This requires that you focus on the smaller debts first, regardless whatever interest rates they have, but the smaller ones first before the bigger one. Remember, Avalanche is the biggest one, it's like a major focus first before the smaller ones, right? But this one is that you focus on the smaller ones, just like snowballing, right? You know what snowballing means? Start from the small, then it builds up and builds up and builds up until the ball becomes a big ball. So you start from the smaller ones first before the big one. So how does this work? You list all your debts again. If you have interest, add up their interest, list them all out. So when you've listed them out, you will list them in the order of the smallest to like the biggest, or you can start in reverse method. This is the very, very smallest down to the very biggest one, right? When you do that, then you begin to focus on, you are paying minimum deposit little into the other smaller ones. Then the smallest of them, you put money from your extra income into that. So that means that you're able to sort out that smallest one first and faster, and this can give you that sense of one is done. And the best part is that it helps you be able to sort it out faster or quicker because it's the smallest bet. I hope you understand, and I hope you are not confused. If you are having any confusion, you can watch this video all over again, or I can clear you up in the comments if you would like that. You just have to just drop your question and I would clear you up in the comments. So this is the part where you tell me what method works best for you, which one resonates with you the most, which one do you think that, oh, this is perfect for you. And like I said earlier, that this is regardless whatever continent you are in. For those who live in the Western region, there might be student loan, credit card loans, and they will also be in debt, even mortgage loans, and this can really help you pay off all these debts, whether you are choosing the avalanche method or the snowball method. Another thing is that I have a video coming up where I will really talk about real estate, which I will talk about mortgage loans under that, and you should definitely subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you will not miss that video once it drops. That can really clear you up more on how to go about mortgage loans. But right now, which will you prefer to use? Which one will be your most preferable go-to, with the snowball method or the avalanche method? Let me know in the comments. Just know that whatever strategy you are picking, stick with it consistently. That's the point of it all. If you are consistent today and not consistent tomorrow, you are only prolonging how long your debt is going to be paid for, which means also that you need to be able to cut your coat according to your size, which means that you need to be able to budget. Very, very important, because if you don't budget, there's no way you can make this work for you. So you budget and you make sure that you spend very sparingly, except it's very, very important you don't spend. Ask yourself before you buy anything, do I really need this? Not that do you want it, do I need this? Because if you're in debt, you definitely should be looking for a way to get out of it, and that is not the time for you to make do or live large on the monies you earn, because you need to get out of that debt faster, else you cannot build wealth for yourself. So 6 things that you should note that will really help you on this journey. 1, create a budget and track your spending. 2, cut out every unnecessary expenses. 3, consider a side hustle to generate income. Very, very important. 4, if your debt have high interest rates, please negotiate. The power of negotiation is very, very important. I think I'll do an entire video negotiation, whether you are borrowing or whether you are selling or whether you are even buying. You need to know how to negotiate. It will help you so much in life. It's a life hack, literally. So if your debt has interest rates, you need to figure out a way to negotiate lower interest rates. And 5, celebrate your milestones. Very, very important that as you pay off this debt, please celebrate yourself because it's laudable that you are able to pay off this debt. A lot of people die in debt. A lot of people keep on living in the rat race because they cannot pay off their debts in time, because they cannot just find a way to get out of it. So once you're able to incorporate either of these methods, please celebrate yourself. So the debt repayment doesn't have to be a lonely battle. That is why I am here for you, to give you tips to help you on your financial journey, to help you make money, multiply money, grow money, to help your money have more worth to you than what it presently does. Subscribe and share this video. I've not been saying that. Share whatever video you watch on this channel. Let more people hear about this. I got reviews from last week's video. Oh, this is what I really needed right now. Oh, I'm so sad. Thank you so much for this video. And all that and all that. As much as it blesses you, please help me grow this channel so that more people can listen to what you're listening to. That's the only reward I can get. That's the only thank you that you can give to me that will touch me so much. So please share this video. Until next week, I remain excellent.